Hello, myself Sunil R Nair, and here basically we are discussing about the topic of that is basically attraction. And this attraction basically we are discussing one topic that is basically this person's generation is supposed to go next or not supposed to go next. So that basically is decided. That decided by the union basically. Here basically the union. That's why basically here the union basically groups who basically creates the union. Here the union sets to negative and positive. One person told that this person basically is not supposed to get job. That means that's final basically. Everybody says that yeah, basically he will not get the job. This person basically is not supposed to get job in the software industry as a project manager, as a C, and basically he is not supposed to get the job in software industry only basically. Then basically one person told that yes, this like this basically general people basically told them yes, basically he will not get the job. So this is also basically one of the part of union basically. Like the sports unions are there, Bollywood union is there. Bollywood if one person told that basically Bollywood means it's Mumbai basically. This person basically came in Mumbai basically he is not supposed to get a 1 rupee also. So everybody told that okay basically will not get a 1 rupee also basically from the Mumbai city. So it's that's basically the union of the Bollywood in Mumbai city. Then basically one Vadodara software company owner told that basically you will not get a job in the software company and you are basically we are rejecting your resume also. So everybody told that basically okay we are also rejecting his resume. So that is also union of the Vadodara city software company. Like this here basically what basically comes into the picture basically. The things basically comes into the picture is union basically. Union energy. So what are the disadvantage of union and what are the advantage of union? Advantage is basically one person whatever he whatever basically one person want to do he can easily able to do. That's why basically he created the groups basically that is the union groups. And disadvantage is basically if anything happens to that city due to that decision, then basically entire city is going to suffer. And by chance assume that basically the decision is very badly taken by the group, it might create the entire city also basically. That type of decision he has taken, then basically it will create the entire city into trouble basically. Entire city into trouble. And this basically 100% converts into earthquake also. How basically I will tell you. Assume that one person basically is not getting job in Vadodara city or in Mumbai or in Chennai or in Bangalore, and he basically his energy basically says that basically I have connected up to this particular universal level, that up universal level we have basically I have crossed each and every satellites and this that each and everything basically told. Suddenly basically somebody told that basically he is not supposed to get job. He went to Chennai, he went to Bangalore, he went to Mumbai basically, then he visited Vadodara city. Yes, basically then he went to Pune city, then basically he has not got the job. So like this, basically slowly, the energy got generated in the environment. Slowly, the energy basically got generated in the environment. Now, basically, the thing is basically the persons basically who is not getting the job, that energy is also generated in the environment. Suddenly, basically, the one matrix basically got generated in the environment, and that matrix basically break the entire stable energy of Chennai, Bangalore, then Pune, and then Vadodara city. Then suddenly, basically, when the chain of the stability got broken, the earthquake basically happened in that particular city. The earthquake basically happened in that particular city. The earthquake basically happened in that particular city, and that also so big level earthquake basically that nobody basically was able to supposed to believe that. And in this, the things basically happened was the banks basically who have invested lots of money in that particular cities, that got affected. That also basically got affected. And suddenly the World Bank also connected to that cities basically. Just see basically the small issue converted into how much big basically. Then basically the World Bank connected, and World Bank told that to that particular union group basically, who are actually not giving the job, literally told that basically you have to pay this money basically whatever the basically the loss has happened, and the loss was literally basically you will not believe that was 95 lakh crore rupees. So he told that basically how basically we software company basically can pay 95 lakh crore dollar. They told that basically we will not pay the money basically. You do whatever you want to do. Then World Bank basically was having the power, and they started war. That was basically the third world war basically. They actually told that if you will not pay the money, then basically be ready for the war. So they started the war. In that basically there's lots of software company got suffer just due to that small decision basically that he is not going to get the job. So here basically this is the disadvantage of the union basically, and that suffered in this basically the entire Indian software company basically got suffered. Reason the decision who has taken, he was Indian person, and the World Bank basically escalated this issue to the whole world, and the whole world basically got the information that due to this Indian software company owner and his decision, the entire World Bank also suffered. So like that, basically the issue basically got escalated. The issue actually got escalated, and here the main thing was he was just he told that basically this was just a simple issue basically that he basically is supposed to get the job. That's all. This was the only issue basically, but the ego of the particular people basically that basically converted into war basically, and slowly the war actually started between countries and country, and lots of things basically happened, and that person basically told that we will stop the war also basically. Up to that level basically they told that basically, and like this basically they started giving warning to the companies that we will fire the entire banking industry, we will fire the entire banking accounts basically, we will do the hijack of the accounts, we will do that, we will do this, we will do that, we will do that, like this basically he started giving the um, dhamki basically, you can say. Like this basically he started giving dhamki, and he started doing the blackmailing, that also basically you can say. So the World Bank basically told that basically how basically one normal person basically can give the blackmailing, how he can basically do the blackmail to us. We are a World Bank basically. How one financial firm basically, that is basically few, he is basically giving few investment in the cities. How he can give uh, bad words and the blackmail? He can do the blackmail to the one big firm, that is basically the World Bank. How he can do that? Then they escalated the issue basically. Then they told that basically how many country basically is connected. Just check it basically. How many country basically his financial firm is connected. He was a big financial firm person basically. Then they like slowly basically taken information of basically this country basically is connected, that country is connected. Like this basically they literally basically told that these are the list of the countries basically where your financial firm is connected, and they started doing war in that particular country basically. Then basically like this basically things basically happened, and he told that basically let's the war get started like this only. So the war basically started. This basically just taking as an example. In real basically this has not happened. In real basically this has not happened. So like this is also basically disadvantage of the union basically. That's why few people says that in Bollywood basically there is no like union. There are many actors basically. They basically don't. They one person. tells bad about the another person tells bad about the another person. Like this, basically, they are totally different. Basically, they have kept themselves separate, basically, from each and every actors, basically, and actors are also basically like that only because they don't want to finish the entire Bollywood. That basically is the question, basically, and that basically answer was basically this example, basically. This is basically not a real example, basically. In real, basically, there are no war has happened, nothing, basically world war is also not happening. Like this, basically nothing has happened, basically. This is just example, basically. For example, basically, I have just taken for an example of union and non-union, basically what actually union is and what non-union is. That actually I was discussing, and one person told that basically entire earth planet basically become one. Entire earth planet basically become one, and the against that particular person, that way energy also basically got generated in the universe. Like that things are also basically there, and there basically the things got generated like this. Lots of things basically happened, and lots of things happened. So that is also basically the example of union, basically. Then basically one example he told that mm, what actually the disadvantage of this is in universe level, because you might there might be some disadvantage, like the person basically who has created union non-union system, they might not be fool, right? They are not fool, right? They might have saw something in the universe. That's why basically they have created this system. That's why basically they have created the system, basically. So nobody basically are a fool, basically. The group basically who creates the system, basically. If one person has created the system, basically, then he might have saw something, basically. So that person basically told that what actually he might have saw. The thing basically he might saw that the in universe basically there is one tiny energy of the Earth planet, and Earth planet group energy is also there. So both basically are in the universe and doing the process in the universe, and whatever changes basically happens in that particular area in the Earth planet energy, that directly gets effect to the Earth planet. So the entire Earth planet basically gets merged to the that particular universe area in that Earth planet energy. Their process happens, then basically it comes return to the data that basically have in the form of the satellites. Then he told that, but it's just suddenly basically the things happened is the Earth planet energy basically told that basically the Earth planet basically has to be completely end. So he basically passed that energy in the Earth planet side, and basically satellite basically tracked that energy. That entire Earth planet and energy has been generated. So he basically literally tracked that union, basically what actually was happening in that Earth planet. There basically he broken that union, and then suddenly basically again he basically sent that Earth planet energy which basically he has got. He broken the universal law, but he want to save the Earth planet. That's why basically he broken that universe law. Again, he sent that data, same data, to the universe. He basically done some trick, basically, because he want to save the Earth planet. Then again the process happened. That time basically the Earth planet energy basically reacted something totally different and changed some energy data. Then again send back to the Earth planet area, that is the satellite area. Nothing was there, basically. That entire energy was totally changed. Entire energy was totally changed. So that particular person basically who created the union system, non-union system, so he was not fool, basically. That basically somebody done the proof by giving this example, basically. He told that basically nobody is fool, basically, who actually creates a system, basically. Not a single person is fool, basically, in this world, basically, who creates a system, basically. So each and every system basically which is created in the world, basically, the people basically who creates the system, they are not fool, basically. They are not fool. They are not fool. So like this basically he discussed this thing basically about the union non-union, basically. Then basically, literally after this incident, basically which has happened, that satellite group really told that basically don't create the entire union, don't create that entire union again. Otherwise, basically we will finish the world. Basically, we will literally finish the world because that is going to affect the because due to that thing, basically entire Earth, planet, galaxy got affected. If basically the satellite group might not have tracked, then entire galaxy might have got in trouble basically due to Earth Planet Union Earth Planet Union energy which was generated. So keep everything separately as soon as possible basically. Like this, basically the satellite groups told that. Basically. So don't create any types of union basically in this world basically. That type of example basically he has given. So he basically saw that thing. Then only basically he literally tracked that. Otherwise, if he might not have tracked that, then basically entire Earth planet might have ended first. Then basically Earth planet galaxy might have ended first. In Earth planet galaxy, Mars is there, Jupiter is there, many planets are basically there. That also might have ended due to that union. Like the software union is there. All software company basically becomes one. All sports group basically become one. All company unions become one. That basically comes to the union basically. That comes to the union basically. So here the thing is basically this was about little bit about the union, and literally basically this is the best example of union basically, and you can convert this definition, this examples into the definition. Convert into the definition. Convert into the definition. So like this basically, it was about union, and union basically in Hindi that is called ekta. Like this basically things are there basically. Then basically he started. Then the topic basically connects to like this basically the bank's investment, that 5 lakh crore people basically 5 lakh, 5 crore basically people are there who basically human clone basically has converted. Their human clone basically was converted. Their human clone basically was converted into human body basically. Literally basically things are basically nobody actually knows the if anybody don't know the system basically, then he's not supposed to interfere in any of the issue basically. That is the main thing basically he told that basically. One chief minister told that basically I got this issue basically. Should I directly jump to the issue basically? Then he told that basically he first studied each and every reports of the each and every party basically who has created. They got this whole issue basically. Then what they have done according to the data basically. Then basically he studied each and everything, and then basically he started solving the issue basically. Started solving the issue basically. So like these things are also basically there. Reason behind this is basically nothing. The energy basically which generates, that is the issue basically. That basically is the issue basically. Whatever reaction basically human do, that he is not doing directly basically. His energy is getting generated in the environment. That energy is coming back to his place basically by power company do the some process basically. If the person basically is very rich person, then he directly informs that person basically you are going to get this type of all ideas, so be aware with that idea, because they can't change the thing basically. They can't change the ideas because this will be the rule breaking of the universe. So they told that basically don't change the ideas, but they informed that particular rich person basically that you are going to get this type of idea, so beware with that idea basically. Then he literally basically got that type of ideas, and that basically he told thanks to the power company, energy company, that basically thanks for the information, and he was giving the money basically literally to that particular energy company and nuclear company. if any bad idea basically comes. He literally told that basically whatever idea which is going to come, just give it to me for before 1 or 2 days basically. Before 1 or 2 days basically, just give me the thing basically which the idea is going to come. So literally basically he started giving the monies, and then basically he literally got that basically you are going to get this stuff or this type of ideas basically, because he is basically he was getting this type of ideas because his human needs and his activity whatever things basically he was doing, that was up to that level, and according to that basically his energy was getting generated, and that energy was getting processed in the particular software, particular power company and particular nuclear power company. Like this basically the energies and data basically was getting generated. Due to that basically was getting the ideas basically. So that idea basically before gets into the human body, the power company and the nuclear power company basically they checks it, that which kind of idea basically is getting, which kind of idea basically is getting, then basically they sends the data, and they can't change the universal law basically. Universal law basically they can't change. That's why basically they tells each and every basically rich people basically that you are going to get a angry energy, so keep your mind as calm as it can basically. Keep your mind as a peace as it possible basically. Or basically you can say other word, keep your mind cool as soon as possible basically, because you are going to get some angry idea. So just see basically the things basically are connected basically, the things basically which are connected. That's why same with the earth planet basically is going to the get the types of energy. Literally I will take one example, the best example basically. Assume that in that universe area basically the earth planet got some energy basically, and it converted into that area that one city is going to end. That kind of data basically manipulation happened in the universe due to some conflict basically between the planet's energy and this that and galaxy basically. Few conditions basically comes into the picture. Due to that basically one city is going to end, one city basically is going to end. So that basically the the satellite group basically tracked that one city is going to end. So they literally basically passed the information to that city basically that this city is going to end, so leave as soon as possible. So he basically informed his people. Their people immediately left, within half an hour they left the country basically, because they were up to that level and powerful basically. They left there, they were having private planes, private helicopters, like this basically. They were having lots of uh, vehicles basically, private vehicles basically. That's it. This also is vehicle, right? So like this basically the people basically left, and they basically told that who were basically into your group basically you can inform them, and basically you can leave the city. The city was going to end. Literally, they told everything. They informed their people, and their people basically might have informed to other people. Few people left, and few people basically was not able to leave because they were not having any condition to leave the city. Like this, literally, that city got end, and like that, basically, the satellite group then realized that basically, like this, the Earth planet is getting changed. Like this, each and every natural disaster is happening. Like this the things basically are happening. Then basically we realized basically what might be the reason behind that, what actually in that particular galaxy area basically in universe side basically what actually the process is doing basically, that the city is getting and the tsunamis are happening, the earthquakes are happening. Like this basically actually what the things are basically happening. Like this basically what actually the things are happening basically. Then they tracked the thing basically. Then they kept some satellites group basically. Then also basically they were not able to track it because it was very far basically. From very far the Earth planet galaxy data was coming basically. So literally basically they were not able to track, and Like these things are also there basically. Like this story is also there basically. Then they literally told, literally they try to basically change the galaxy. Then they try to change the galaxy, but that was not happening basically. Like this, basically the things are also basically there. Then basically one person basically told that basically the software basically which the Earth planet is having in this world basically, that is also basically on the base of that process basically. He told that yes, basically, exactly, basically, same. The process basically, the earth, you have created the set of softwares basically, right? You have created the softwares, so that basically you got some ideas, and on the base of ideas only, you basically are creating the softwares. He told the yes, basically. So from where these ideas are basically getting? From where basically you are getting this whole idea basically? From where basically you are getting this whole idea? Basically? He told that from where basically you are getting this idea and how basically your body parts is getting handled. Then he told that basically, so literally basically we have to be aware about each and everything basically. Each and every project basically which you are using, which you are creating, like data science project. One person entire information basically is getting captured. That what particular person is having, what basically person is eating, going to eat, which kind of specs basically he is having, which kind of cap he is having, which kind of t-shirt basically he is having. If he see if that particular person is wearing this t-shirt basically, then what are the energy basically is going to generate in the when generate going to generate inside the body parts. So like this basically they captured each and every people, each and every person's energy, and they basically started keeping this type of information, and they basically given the name as a data science project. They basically given the project as a data science project. Data science project. So like these things are also basically there. Then one person asked the question basically the NASA ISRO basically group basically what they do basically. Then they told that basically they literally handles the each and every body parts. They basically decides which person basically has to be die. They basically controls the death. Basically, we can say they basically controls the death of the 1 5 crore basically human clone example. Basically, we have taken already taken that basically birth has happened with the approval of the NASA and ISRO. Basically, without their approval, basically not a single birth basically will happen in this world. Basically, that basically one person basically told. Not a single birth is going to happen. Birth and death basically will happen without their approval. Basically. So this group basically gets information of the birth, of the death basically 1 or 2 weeks before. Basically, it can be basically too early also or too late also. Basically, they might be getting. But this group basically gets the information basically, that this person's basically is going to this person's this body part is going to damage. Reason is basically this energy has connected to his body parts. Due to that, basically his body parts are going to damage. So like this, each and everything basically they know basically. They basically know 1 or 2 weeks before only basically that this is going to happen to your body parts. This is basically going to happen to your body parts basically. So literally, basically, the NASA and ISRO are basically telling that we are very powerful of the Earth planet. We basically are very powerful. Basically. We are basically very powerful. But that Earth planet basically was going to end completely. What was that basically? Then they, the upper level people, proved that we are powerful than you. So if that satellite person basically might not have tracked that thing, basically the Earth, complete Earth planet was going to end. The reason was that union. Then literally basically the Earth planet might have ended that day only. Earth planet might have ended that day only. That means satellite groups basically are doing lots of very dangerous stuff. Basically, that also you can say that. That's why basically the satellite softwares basically and the software satellites softwares planning basically the groups basically they do the managers the CEOs and the vice president and the many posts basically might be having directors. How basically they might be having their lifestyle basically. They might be having good lifestyle monetary wise basically, but they basically might be having very tough life also basically because their decisions basically directly affects the Earth planet, and that also basically that city was going to end. They taken the decision right that their people basically have to exit as soon as possible. So they taken the decision that their people basically will exit basically that city, and city literally got end. Literally that city got ended. So like this basically each and every basically you can say incidents which is happening in the Earth planet that is directly connected with the energies basically. First energy process happens, then only basically the first for example one person told that basically your head is basically getting damaged. Yeah, basically yeah, he told yeah basically my head is getting damaged. Then he told that basically something has happened to your body process basically somebody has done some process or basically you might have eaten something and according to that basically the process has generated in your body then basically your body energy was captured by set of power companies and energy company. They basically done some change according to that basically your body parts basically got might have damaged. Your body parts might have damaged basically. But the energy company and the process company and the power company, they literally know each and every incident which is going to happen. So 1 or 2 weeks, you can't say basically 1 or 2 weeks basically. It can be 2 3 days before basically they might be knowing. Might they might be knowing this information. So like that Earth planet which was going to end, that is a very dangerous example. That Earth planet is going to end. That energy basically literally basically connected to the satellite. If that satellite person basically might not have track, if he might not be aware basically, if he might not be active 100%ly. Active means you can say he was basically in literally basically his mind was fully connected with his work basically. That basically you can say that his mind was completely connected with his work basically. Due to that basically he was able to track that information. He was or you can say uh, perfectly working basically. Due to that basically there was no one percentage also basically he was getting concentrate on some other one. He was completely working in his work basically. Due to that only basically he was able to track that. Otherwise basically he might not have tracked it. Then literally the Earth planet basically might have ended. Literally the Earth planet might have ended. So before any sit, this basically that's why basically the natural disaster team basically they gets the information few days before that. Here the basically the tsunami is going to happen. Here the earthquake is going to happen. Here that is going to happen. Here ice tsunami is going to happen. The reason is the satellite groups basically tracks the each and everything and they pass the information to the NASA and ISRO. And NASA and ISRO basically gets each and every information that these all are the things basically which is going to happen 100%. This is going to happen 100%. This is going to happen 100%. So like this basically things are also there basically. So here basically we are discussing and this all basically to know each and everything basically you have to invest the money. For that basically World Bank is there. So for that basically to secure the world basically World Bank is selling that we have created this 5 crore population basically. We have created Directly basically we have allocated 22 year of the age of that particular person. So whenever he basically open his eye basically, that time basically his age was 22. Just see basically his age was 22 when he opened his eye basically. That means he birth basically his birth happened, and the birth basically when happened his age was directly 22. The reason is this type of requirement was there in the universe basically. They told that basically we need data very fast. So just send the data as soon as possible basically. As soon as possible basically you send the data. So due to that basically 22-year age person basically got the birth, and like this basically 5 crore people basically got generated. People means there was female also, like this male was there, like this many people were basically there. Like this basically the requirement was there basically. The reason requirement was there according to that basically the creation was basically there. So this is also basically little bit about the attraction, and basically which person is generation is supposed to go next and which person generation is not supposed to go next.